Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Play of Clue. This time we're doing the Noir Mansion, which is like the Tudor Mansion, but it has a very unique feature. You can switch the Noir filter on or off at any time during the game. And I'm about to show you how this works. I'm going to be playing as Miss Scarlet, and I need it to be on easy difficulty because I wanted to try to win this. This is actually my second attempt to recording this. Not because I didn't have enough storage, but it's basically because, one, I just unable to win at this point. Now remember, I'm going to be playing against 6 players, well, me against the AI, of course. So here's what I have in my hands so far. I have green. I can't even read what it says. But it looks like it's my turn. As you can tell, everything is black and white. But if you turn on this filter on top of the corner here, it changes back to 2 color, which is really nice. And so far, I did not make it to one of the rooms. So I got green, I got the conservatory, and the hall. I did not have a weapon card. So now I gotta wait for the other players to do their thing. So Mrs. Peacock did not make it to the room either. While Miss White ends up like, you know, I completed something here. I don't know what it is. Miss White did not make it to the rooms either. So let's see what Plum has. Oh, Plum is definitely heading to one of the rooms. But which one is it? Well, it's the kitchen. Let's see what it looks like. To me, it all looks the same as the Tudor Mansion rooms, but that's just me. So green could have had one of the 3 cards. Or it could be all 3 of them. So it's Green's turn. And he definitely looks... He definitely looks like a gangster in my opinion. He tried to make it to the conservatory, but he was unable to because his rolls, technically his dice rolls, are not on point right now. It's Mustard's turn, and he is not staying in the kitchen, but he's headed to the ballroom. Interesting. So, what did he suggest? He suggests that Peacock has the phone at the ballroom. And Miss White could have had one of the 3 cards, or it could have been all 3. So right now, I believe this is my turn. It is my turn. I believe it's my turn right now. Well, that's disappointing. I only have a 3, and I did not make it to the rooms, so I'm not going to be able to make a suggestion. And this is probably the reason why I lost in my first attempt. Mainly it's because my dice rolls are not as great either. So Peacock is headed to the billiard room, and she suggests that it was me as Miss Scarlet. Okay, well, so far, he has one of the 3 or both. Well, technically all 3, depending on what he has in his hand. So it's Miss White's turn. She's headed to the dining room. And she looks definitely fashionable. This version of Miss White is a bit of a tomboy, but I appreciate that. Because this version of Miss White is not all about dresses. She's all about, like, you know, doing what she does. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, Plum is headed to the kitchen, and he suggests that it was Mustard who did it. Once again, no one has that card. It's Green's turn, and he is now headed to the conservatory. Yes, this is the conservatory. Everything's in black and white, except for the suspects because they're in color. Well, not when they're in the rooms, but you know, these profile images things are in color. I don't know how you say it. But this looks so unique. This DLC is probably one of my favorite DLCs so far in Clue history. So it's Mustard's turn. He's headed to the ballroom. And he suggests that the person who did the crime is supposed to be Green. But I can guarantee you it's not him. Alright, so I need a higher roll than this. Okay, so it looks like I can either go to the dining room or the ballroom. Let's try going to the ballroom. And I think what I need to do first of all is I'm going to suggest myself with this phone here. And let's see what happens. Okay. It appears that Plum has the ballroom card. You know what? I'm not mad. Because now I'm getting something. So we got 3 strikes on the phone, 3 strikes of Scarlet, 2 strikes on Peacock, 1 strike on Mustard, 1 strike on the other 2 weapons, and 1 strike on the other rooms. Okay, so I now know that this weapon is... No, not an X, a check mark. Now I know that Green has this card, mainly because he doesn't have himself, and he doesn't have the conservatory. So now I know for sure that okay, what do he got now? Interesting. It could have been the tenderizer or the dining room. I may have to go to the dining room just to see if this is the room. But I also gotta make sure the suspects are weapons, though. And now he's using the secret passage from the kitchen to the study. It is definitely Plum's turn. He suggests that it was Mustard. And Mustard couldn't have one of the 3 cards, or probably all 3 of them together. It is now Green's turn. And he's ready to... I guess to go to a room? No, he's staying in the dining room. He thinks that it was Plum with the candle, or the silver candelabra. But I know that the Colonel, or Mustard, did not have the dining room, but he has one of the 2 cards, or it could have been both. Alright, let's see what he got here. So now it's Mustard's turn. He's, did not make it to the rooms, unfortunately. What a shame. Now it's my turn. Alright, so let's roll the dice and hope for the best. I'm not going to be able to make it to the dining room, but I think I'm going to go ahead and head to the billiard room. I don't know if this is a wise idea. But I want to say... Okay, so the billiard room is not one of the rooms, but we still don't know if Scarlet is the killer, and we still don't know if the phone is the murder weapon. The only issue is if someone gets everything right. I put this on easy difficulty, and one of the AIs got it right, and I was very, very not happy about it. Uh-oh. It looks like Scarlet is the killer. It looks like Scarlet is the killer. But now we just gotta figure out the weapon. It could have been this one, but we also gotta figure out the rooms too. The only issue... Okay, so... he probably could have had both or one of the cards. Because I know one thing, he does not have the dining room card. So I know that me as Miss Scarlet is the one who, you know. But it looks like he chose Peacock. Oh my goodness, it looks like the tenderizer is one of the weapons that is used to end off Mr. Body. Now we just gotta figure out the rooms. And it looks like Mr. Green is headed to the lounge because he wasn't sure. I wonder if he knows if the dining room is in where all of this happened. So Peacock has one of the 3 cards, or it could have been both. But I know one thing. I need to win this because I'm getting so close to figuring things out. If the dining room is where it all happens, that means that I have to make my final accusation before the AI guesses it. Because my first attempt is like, you know. Because the first attempt is like really, really bad. And I did not win. I needed to make it to the dining room. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. So it looks like I'm going to the lounge. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to guess. I'm just going to do what I should have done. Just to trick the AI. And yes, the lounge isn't where it all happened. I don't want to make my accusation because I don't want to get this wrong. If I get it wrong, then this is a problem. So what is Peacock going to choose? She chooses to stay in the dining room. Well, this is unfortunate. She did not make her final accusation. I started to get very worried. I started to get very worried right now. So now I know who did it. But the problem is, who is going to win? I hope it's me. Because I don't want the AI to do what it did when I first attempted this video. And it looks like Plum is headed to the secret passage from the lounge to the conservatory. must say it's not this room. Only 2 characters or 2 suspects left, or 2, I can't even say it. Only 2 of the characters left right now, and Green is now headed back to the lounge. This is getting real crazy, ladies and gentlemen, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, things are getting crazy. Alright. Alright, now it's Mustard's turn, and I really need to go to the restroom as soon as possible. He's staying in the library. That's one thing he knows. Oh boy. Alright. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my chance right now. I put this on easy mode for a reason. I put this on easy mode for a reason. I put this on easy mode for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna confuse everyone. So Mrs. Peacock isn't the killer. I already knew that because I'm going to make my final accusation. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably already knew about this. Or perhaps you didn't, because it was me as Miss Scarlet all along, using the meat tenderizer in the dining room. Let's see if this is the right accusation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the third part of this LP. Even though my character got arrested, but we solved the murder by ourselves. This is the final score. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very fun experience so far. This is a fun experience so far. And we also have the case files. I managed to complete this one and that one as well. So I probably would do a video where I showcase certain case files in certain themed crime scenes and all that stuff. So if you want to see that, all you have to do is leave a like and subscribe. Plain and simple. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I'll see you all in the next one.